ఇక్కడ మీకు ఇది వచ్చిన పైన వైట్ బోర్డ్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇది ఐనోట్ తీసుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ ఐనోట్ వచ్చి కలర్స్ ఏదైనా వాడచ్చు. సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్ లైక్ దిస్ మీకు రబ్ చేయాలంటే ఆల్ క్లియర్ అని పెట్టండి. మళ్ళీ క్లియర్ అని మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ ఓకే.
Start Jesela. Good morning, students. I'm Naresh, history faculty. Good morning, students. I'm Naresh, history faculty. Welcome to Telangana Minority Study Circle. Okay, today I'm going to start with Indian history. Okay, in Indian history, first we'll start with introduction of Indian history. Okay, history. History means study of past. History means study of past. History means study of past. History. What is the use of history? To reconstruct our better future, we need the past. History means study of past. History means study of past. Based on past, we can reconstruct history of present, history of future. Okay. For example, KCR says that we will build the Bangar Telangana, Golden Telangana. So, to build better future, we need our past. We committed so many mistakes in the past. So, based on mistakes, okay, we should understand our mistakes. We should rectify our mistakes. Then only we build our better future. For example, in previous notification, we wrote exam, but we did some mistakes. That's why we did some mistakes in history or geography or economy. So we lost our job. Okay, if you rectify past mistakes in future notification, definitely you will get good score and you will get a good mark, right? And okay, history education started by the Europeans. History education started by the Europeans. Herodotus was considered as father of history. Father of history. Herodotus considered as father of history because he was the first person to write history in a scientific manner. So we consider Herodotus was the first person. He wrote history related to Greeks. Okay, Greeks started wars with Persians. At that period, Persians followed Zoroastrian religion. Persians were the first superpowers. Okay, to destroy Persian powers, Greeks started wars. Right? Okay, Herodotus wrote history related Greeks and Persian wars. In India, Kalahana. He was the first person to write history in a scientific manner. He wrote a book called Raja Tarangini in Sanskrit language. In Sanskrit language. In this book, he discussed about history of Kashmir rulers. From origin of Kashmir up to 11th century, he discussed about history of Kashmir. Okay, during the Paleolithic period, how it's happened, and Neolithic period, how it's happened, and Ashoka Maurya Ashoka, he was the Maurya Ashoka was the builder of Srinagar city. We got this information. We got this information from Kalahana's Rajatarangini. Kalahana's Rajatarangini. Maurya Ashoka was the builder of Srinagar city, Jammu Kashmir. Okay, we got this information from Kalahana. We got this information from Kalahana. Okay, we should remember this. Okay, Kalahana was the first person to write history in a scientific manner. In a scientific manner. That's why he was considered as father of Indian history. Kalahana was the first person to Kalahana was the first person to write history in a scientific manner. That's why, okay, Kalahana considered as father of history, father of Indian history, father of Indian history, father of Indian history. Remember this point, right? And remember, to study history, we have books sources and archaeological sources. Archaeological. Okay. Books was the important source to study history of India. Right? Based on script, based on script, history divide into three periods. First period is prehistoric period, prehistoric period, prehistoric period. Second one is proto-historic period, proto-historic period, proto-historic period. Third one is historic period. Based on script, history divide into three parts: prehistoric period, proto-historic period, and historic period. Okay, prehistoric period, it means people not aware of script, no evidence of script, no evidence of script. People were nomad, people live like a nomad. Okay, they move from one place to another place in search of food, in search of shelter, water, and they went to so many places. Okay, at that period, they live like an animal. Okay, there is no civilization. People not aware of the script, not aware of the script, right? And during prehistoric period, people used script. People used the script. People aware of the script, but today we are unable to use it. We are unable to use it. Best example for the prehistoric period is Stone Age. Stone Age. Best example for the prehistoric period is Indus Valley civilization. Best example for prehistoric age is Stone Age. Best example for the protohistoric period was Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization. You should remember. And historic period. Okay, historic period means people use the script and we are easily understanding. We are easily reading. For example, in India, okay, earliest language is Prakrit, Sanskrit, okay, Tamil. Prakrit was the ancient most language in India. After Prakrit, Tamil. Okay, Tamil was the second ancient language. Okay, after Tamil, Sanskrit. Today we are studying Tamil. We are reading. Okay, for example, okay, people of Tamil Nadu using Tamil. Okay, we are in Telangana. We don't know Tamil, but Tamil Nadu people using Tamil. The Tamil started in okay, this historic period only. Sanskrit, major of people using learning, studying Sanskrit. So So we can consider that Sanskrit evolution of Sanskrit, this period was considered as later Vedic period or 6th century BC. From 6th century BC, this period was considered as from 6th century BC, historic period was started, right? This is the related to script. If there is no script, we cannot write the books. To write the books, we need we need a script. If there is no script, there is no writing. Script means a scientific way of writing. Script means a scientific way of writing. For example, we have two ancient more scripts, Brahmi script and Kharoshthi script. These two was the ancient scripts in India. Ancient scripts in India. Brahmi script started at left, ended at right. Brahmi script started at left, ended at right. In Kharoshthi script, they started at right, ended at left, ended at left. This is the little difference between Brahmi and Kharoshthi. Brahmi script developed in India, and during 6th century BC, Persians, Achaemenid dynasty, Cyrus Darius, they came to India. They captured northwest India. So they ruled northwest India to implement their laws, to implement their acts, or they issued inscriptions in Kharoshthi. Persian language started from right, ended at left, right to left, right to left. This is the process. This was the process. You should remember this. Right to left. Brahmi developed in India. Kharoshthi introduced by the Persians Darius one. These two persons started capturing Indian territory. This Cyrus Darius was the first foreigners to invade India, first Persians to invade India. They introduced right to left writing practice. This was called as Kharoshthi. And to study, we have different sources. British was the first people to writing history of India. Why they started reading history of India means British came to India, they capturing India, they try to control the India, but they faced many revolts. People started revolting against the British. People, tribals started revolting against British, and the people of India, revolt against the British. That's why to control the Indians, they need to control India, they need our history. To effectively understand Indian society, they started writing history of India. William Jones started Asiatic Asiatic Society of Bengal. Asiatic Society of Bengal. With the help of this organization, he started writing, he started translating Indian books, Indian records. William Jones translated Abhignana Shakuntalam. William Jones translated Abhignana Shakuntalam. Okay, Abhignana Shakuntalam was written by Kalidasa. Abhignana Shakuntalam, a love story of Shakuntala Dushyanta. Okay, Dushyanta, king of Ayodhya, ruled Ayodhya. Okay, he once went to forest. He fell in love with Shakuntala. He married Shakuntala. That story narrated, explained in Abhignana Shakuntalam in Kalidasa. William Jones translated Abhignana Shakuntalam into English language from Sanskrit. Okay, note this point. And Charles Wilkins. Okay, Charles Wilkins translated. Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and Professor Max Muller. This Professor Max Muller translated Rig Veda. We should remember these three persons: William Jones, Charles Wilkins, and Professor Max Muller. These questions we got in previous exams. Right? Okay, remember this point. Okay, and remember to study even past before script. They started Remember, they started Archaeological Survey of India in 1861. In 1861, Alexander Cunningham. Alexander Cunningham. Okay, this Alexander Cunningham started Archaeological Survey of India. Archaeological Survey of India. Archaeological Survey of India. Shortcut form we used ASI. In shortcut form we say that ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, right? Archaeological Survey of India started excavation of Indian prehistoric sites or places. In 1861, Alexander Cunningham started Archaeological Survey of India, and he was the first director. First director, right? So he was considered as father of Indian archaeology. Alexander Cunningham considered as father of Indian archaeology. Okay, and in 1842, Dr. Primrose started excavation of Ling Sugur located in Karnataka. Ling Sugur located very near to Rayachur region. Ling Sugur located very near to Rayachur region. You should remember this point. Rayachur region. Okay, and remember in 1863, Robert Bruce Food this person started excavation of Pallavaram. Excavation of Pallavaram near Madras. Pallavaram near Madras. Pallavaram near Madras. Okay, Robert Bruce Wood considered as father of prehistoric India from Robert Bruce Wood excavations. From Robert Bruce Wood excavations. Okay, in India, excavations was speed up. So we can consider Robert Bruce Wood as a father father of prehistoric prehistoric India, prehistory India. Robert Bruce Wood considered as father of prehistoric India. Okay, and remember this point. Okay, and remember Robert Bruce Wood. Okay, evolution of human started in Paleolithic period. Okay, age of Earth is 4,600 billion years. Age of Earth is 4,000 billion, 6,000, sorry, 4,600 billion years. Age of Earth is 4,600 billion years. Okay. For the sake of our convenience, we divided period into four parts. Four parts. First one is okay. Fourth part was called as Quaternary. Fourth part was called as Quaternary. Okay, in Quaternary period, human evolution was started. In first three parts, there is no evidence of human. In fourth part only, human evolution was started. Okay, now so we should study from Quaternary. Quaternary also divide into two groups. Quaternary also divide into two groups. Pleistocene period, Pleistocene period, and Holocene period. Okay, remember Pleistocene means nothing but ice age. Pleistocene is nothing but ice age. Holocene nothing but warm age. Warm age. Our Paleolithic culture started in Pleistocene itself. Human evolved in Ice Age only. Remember this point. Human evolved in Ice Age only. Okay, and remember, human evolved in Africa. So Africa was considered as remember Africa was considered as cradle of human race. Okay, earliest human evolved from Africa. Okay, Africa was considered as a cradle of human race. Australopithecus, Australopithecus, Australopithecus was the first nearest human. Okay. Code name of Australopithecus was Lucy. This was Australopithecus was female. Australopithecus was female species. Female species. That's why they gave a code name called Lucy. This Australopithecus had ape features, human features, monkey features, human features. What is meant by ape? Ape means tailless monkey. Tailless monkey. We have four apes. First one is gorilla, orangutan, chimpanzee. Fourth one is human. Fourth one is human. Orangutan, chimpanzee, orangutan, chimpanzee, gorilla, human. This four was a part of ape. Ape. Okay. Australopithecus had human features and monkey features. Monkey features. Tailless monkey features. Ape features. Okay. Australopithecus means southern ape. Southern ape or south ape because this found in Africa. Africa located in southern hemisphere. So southern ape. Southern ape. Africa was considered as a cradle of human race. Human evolved from Africa only. From Africa, they migrated to Europe and Asia and other continents Okay, human also. Okay, at the starting period, land was united only. Land was united only because of technological plate changes, moving of split of continents. People also went to different different regions, different areas. Remember this point. Remember this point. From Africa, they migrated to different parts. Okay, Homo habilis. Homo habilis. After Australopithecus, Homo habilis. Okay, this person was the first person to effectively use hand, hand fingers. Effectively use hand fingers. Remember, hand. Before Homo habilis, okay, ape unable to use hand because hand fingers was united. Hand fingers was united. Okay, from this habilis, hand fingers were separated. So we got grip. We got grip. So effectively, human used weapons, tools. Homo habilis was the first person to use tools, first person to manufacture tools, first person to manufacture the tools. Tools. After Homo habilis, Homo erectus. Homo erectus. Erectus means upright man. Homo erectus. Homo means human. Homo means human. Erectus means upright man, means bipedal, upright man. A man who walk on two legs. A man who walk on two legs. A man who walk on two legs. Okay, after Homo erectus, Homo sapien. Homo sapien. Okay, Homo sapien. Homo sapien lived during this period. Okay, Homo sapien was considered as a modern man. Modern man. Nowadays, we are calling Homo sapiens were the earliest humans, nearest to humans. Okay, present human was called Homo sapien sapien. Homo sapien sapien. Homo sapien sapien. Right? And okay, we'll start with the Stone Age. Stone Age culture. Culture. We should know about culture. We should know about civilization. What is meant by culture? What is meant by civilization? We should learn. We should learn these two terminologies. Okay, culture and civilization. Okay, what we are is culture, what we have is civilization. What we are is culture, what we have is civilization. Okay, in culture, we discuss about clothes, food habits, living areas, festivals, customs. Okay, we have number of religions: Hinduism, Islam, Christianity. Hindus had a different way of culture. Muslims had different way of culture. Christians had a different way of culture. Different way of culture, like that. Okay, every individual had culture. We cannot separate culture and human. Culture and human. Some people live in the forest, so that people had forest culture. Some people had live in a city, they had city culture. Some people lived in the village, they had village culture. Some people lived in the town, they had a town culture. Some people lived in a cosmopolitan city, they had cosmopolitan culture. Cosmopolitan culture. Okay, but only few people achieved civilization. Few people achieved civilization. Aryans reached to only culture. Aryans reached to only culture. Okay, and only few societies reached to civilization. Indus people reached to civilization. Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley people developed civilization. Indus Valley people developed civilization. Aryans unable to reach to civilization. Aryans had no civilization. Aryans had only culture. Aryan culture. Remember this point. Aryan culture. Okay. And remember, Stone Age Stone Age divide into three parts: Paleolithic, Paleolithic culture, Mesolithic culture, Mesolithic culture, and Neolithic culture. Neolithic culture, Paleolithic culture, Mesolithic culture, Neolithic culture. Okay. Stone Age culture divide into three cultures: Paleolithic culture, Mesolithic culture, Neolithic culture. Okay, first we'll start with Paleolithic culture. First we'll start with Paleolithic culture. Okay, Paleolithic culture evolved in India around 6 lakhs years ago. 6 lakhs years ago. 6 lakhs years ago. From 6 lakhs to 10,000 BC. 10,000 BC. Okay, I'll give another clarification related to calendar. Okay, history of the Earth was divided into 4,600 billion years. So for the sake of our convenience, we divided history into two periods: before Christ, Anno Domini, BC, and AD. BC and AD. BC and AD. Okay, BC means before Christ. AD means Anno Domini. Anno Domini. Okay, BC means before Christ. AD means Anno Domini. Anno Domini means in the year of Lord. In the year of Lord. Okay, Jesus, living period of Jesus Christ. Okay, birth year of Jesus Christ. Birth year of Jesus Christ became 1 year. 1 year. Okay, one. Okay, before in BC, years will be reduced. Years will be reduced. Minus. Years will be reduced. Minus. Years will be minus. Okay, from starting 4,600 billion years, 4,500 billion years, 6 lakhs years, 5 lakhs years, 3 lakhs year, 1 lakh year, 10,000 BC, 1,000 BC, 100, 80, 50, minus 1. Again in minus 1 it will become plus 1. Again it will become. Okay, I'll explain once again. I'll explain once again. Okay, first I'll clear this and BC and AD. BC and AD. Okay, we should learn, we should understand these two terminologies. These two terminologies. Okay, these two terminologies. BC means before Christ. Okay, we divided history into two periods, historic calendar into two periods, because for the sake of our convenience, for the sake of our convenience. Okay, I did not start Paleolithic. First, I am clarifying. First, I am clarifying this BCAD. Then I'll start Paleolithic. Okay, I'll explain Paleolithic. First, we'll complete this. After that, we'll go for Paleolithic. Okay, before Christ and Anno Domini. Okay, BC means before Christ. Okay, first history started by Europeans. So they took their important god birth year as one. Birth year as one. One. Okay, before this period was called as BC. After this period was Anno Domini. BC means before Christ. Before Christ. AD means Anno Domini. Anno Domini. Anno Domini means in the year of Lord, is living time. Is living time. Okay, Anno Domini means not after death. Is living time. Okay, Jesus Christ born on born in BC and AD. BC and AD.
मैं 26 को रमजान की सतीश में दिन रमजान की सतीश में
don't make noise.
3 तारीख की
BC and AD, and listen, don't make noise and mute your okay, BC and AD. Okay, historians divided history into BC and AD. Okay, first Europeans started writing history, so they were called as they use these two terminologies, BC and AD. Okay, nowadays we change this into BC into BCE, BC into BCE, AD into CE, CE, AD into CE. Okay, CE means common era. CE means common era. BCE means before common era. Before common era. Because nowadays we are using history in India, in Japan, in Arabia countries, in Persia, in Europe. Okay, Europeans' famous god is Jesus Christ, but in India we worship different religion, different gods. So to secularize history, they changed names of BC to BCE, AD into CE. BC, before Christ became BCE, before Common Era, before Common Era. AD into CE, Common Era, Common Era. Okay, in BC, okay, first period was started, for example, 4,600 billion years, 4,600 billion years. And from in this period, years will be reduced, 4,600 billion years, 4,500, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 80,000, 50,000, 10,000, 8,000, 8,000, 6,000, 1,000, like that it will be reduced and it will come to 1. Okay, 1. Okay, minus before 1, and from here again plus. In AD it will become plus 1, 2, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 2020. Now we are in 2022 CE. Now we are in 2022 CE. Okay, now we'll start with Paleolithic. Paleolithic. Paleolithic period started. Paleolithic period started in India around 6 lakhs years ago. 6 lakhs years ago. This was continued up to 10,000 BC. 10,000 BC. Right? Paleo means old. Paleo means old. Lithic means stone. Lithic means stone. So we can consider Paleolithic means old stone age. Old stone age. Paleolithic means old stone age. Okay, paleo means old, lithic means stone. Lithic means stone in the Greek language. Okay, so this period was called as Old Stone Age. Paleo means old, lithic means stone. Old Stone Age. Old Stone Age started in India in 6 lakhs years ago. 6 lakhs years ago and continued up to 10,000 BCE or BC. 10,000 BCE. Remember this point. Okay, in India, in outside India also, Paleolithic period was divided into 3 branches because this is the vast time, 6 lakhs to 10,000, vast period. To understand easily, we divided Paleolithic again into three parts. 3 parts. Early Paleolithic, Early Paleolithic, also called as Lower Paleolithic, 6 lakhs to 1,50,000 BC, 1,50,000 BC. 1,50,000 BC. Okay, this period was called as Lower Paleolithic or Early Paleolithic. And the second period was called as Middle Paleolithic. Middle Paleolithic. Okay. 1,50,000 to 35,000 BC. 35,000 BC. And Upper Paleolithic. Third period was divided with Upper Paleolithic, 35,000 to 10,000 BC. 35,000 to 10,000 BC. 10,000 BC or BCE. BCE or BC, both are same. Before Common Era. Early Paleolithic, Lower Paleolithic, Middle Paleolithic, Upper Paleolithic. right? Okay, in not only India but also the world, they divided this type of division only. Okay, in India, around 6 lakhs years ago, okay, we have only Paleolithic divided into three periods. Paleolithic period divided into three periods, right? Okay, there is only one Paleolithic, but Paleolithic period divided into three periods because there is a vast time, 6 lakhs to 10,000. Okay, this is to study, we face some troubles. That's why divided into three parts: early Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, upper Paleolithic, three parts, right? Okay, first we will start with early Paleolithic. Early Paleolithic, early, also called as lower Paleolithic, lower Paleolithic, lower Paleolithic. Okay, in India, Bori was the earliest. Bori was the earliest area related to related to early Paleolithic. Okay, early Paleolithic time was given is 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs. Okay, from 6 lakhs to 1 lakh 50,000 BC. 1 lakh 50,000 BC. Okay, this is 6 lakhs period taken from the, we gave from Bori caves. Bori located in, Bori located in Bori located in Maharashtra. Okay, Paleolithic is equal to everyone. Okay, this is not international. Remember, we are now we are studying Indian history. So in this topic, we discuss about only Indian related information. Paleolithic means Paleolithic. We are talking about humans. Okay, national, international, not like that. Okay, earliest human evolved in Africa. Okay, Paleolithic culture started in Africa only. Africa only. Remember, there is no international, there is no national. Okay, here history. Here remember, Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, same to all countries, but time period will be changed. In Africa, Paleolithic started 13 lakhs years ago, but in India, only 6 lakhs years ago, right? Okay, we are in our exam, they only asked about Indian history. Okay, we don't want to read international history. We don't want to read other countries' history. We should know about only Indian history. We should only read about Indian information. Okay, they will not get any questions from the Africa or Germany or Europe, right? Indian history only we should read in this topic. Okay, Bori was the earliest settlement in India based on Bori evidences. Based on Bori evidences, historians gave 6 lakh years. Okay, and one more clarification: why they divided Paleolithic into three parts? Okay, Paleolithic period divided into early Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, lower Paleolithic, right? Why they divided? We should learn. Why they divided? We should learn. Okay, remember, weather was changed. Weather was changed based on tools, based on nature of the tools, based on weather changes. They divided Paleolithic into three. Paleolithic into three: early Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, lower Paleolithic. Lower Paleolithic, remember this point. Okay, now we'll talk about early Paleolithic or lower Paleolithic. Early Paleolithic or lower Paleolithic. Okay, in this period, human lived like a nomad. In this period, human lived like a nomad. Human lived like a nomad, and he moved from one place to another place in search of food, in search of food, in search of shelter. During this period, used human used hand axe, which was made up of quartz stone, which was made up of quartz stone. So Paleolithic man was called as quartz man. Paleolithic man was called as quartz man. Hand axe was the major weapon used during the lower Paleolithic or early Paleolithic. Okay, humans evolved from okay, here we should remember humans were nomad. Nomad means in search of food, in search of shelter, they move from one place to another place. There is no settled life in Paleolithic period. There is no settled life in Paleolithic period. Okay, during this period they used hand axe, cleaver, Okay, Robert Bruce Food. For the first time, Robert Bruce Food. For the first time, Robert Bruce Food started excavation of Paleolithic. Okay, he excavated in Pallavaram, excavated in Attirampakam, Pallavaram near Madras, and also excavated at Atti Ram Pakam, Attirampakam. This area also located in Tamil Nadu. This area also located in Tamil Nadu. And in this chapter, we will get questions from areas, which area is related to lower Paleolithic, which area is related to middle Paleolithic, which area is located to Mesolithic, like that, right? Okay, first we'll start with lower Paleolithic areas, sites, centers, lower Paleolithic sites. This is the most important. In our exam, they will not ask about why people are nomad, why the people are having this food. Okay, here we should know about areas. First, Hangsi, located in Karnataka. In Hangsi, earliest settlements was found. Tool industry was discovered. Tool manufacturing industry was found. Okay, in Madhya Pradesh, Hoshangabad. Adamgarh. These two was the important places in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, this is the previous questions. Okay, and Lalitpur, Uttar Pradesh. Nirki, Maharashtra. During the Paleolithic period, ostrich was lived in Maharashtra. Ostrich eggs found in Maharashtra. Ostrich eggshells found in Maharashtra. Okay, during lower Paleolithic period, people used eggshell ostrich eggshell ornaments, ostrich eggshell monument. And in Telugu region, we have Nagarjuna Konda. We have Nagarjuna Konda. In Telugu region, in Andhra, Nagarjuna Konda.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, do we need to remember like this only the names and the states?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
In our exam, they will ask which of the following was not related to early Paleolithic or Mesolithic. Okay, in our previous exam, in our previous exam, they gave areas related to Mesolithic, areas related to Paleolithic, areas related to Neolithic. That's why you should remember areas and states. Okay, they are not asking about features of Paleolithic because we cannot understand, we cannot define because here you will get only areas. Okay, in the next class I will brought some questions, previous questions of group 1 or group 2 previous papers. Okay, I'll show the question paper model. Okay, then you can easily understand how questions are coming from this topic, right? Okay, I'll go further. And in Madhya Pradesh, Bhimbetka Bhimbetka was the important place in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, caves, Bhimbetka caves, Bhimbetka caves. Remember this point. In Bhimbetka caves, people lived during the lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, and upper Paleolithic also. Three evidences found in Bhimbetka caves and Nagarjuna Konda and Attirampakam. Attirampakam. Okay, early Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, lower Paleolithic. These three periods evidences found in Nagarjuna Konda, Andhra Pradesh, Bhimbetka caves, Madhya Pradesh, Attirampakam, Budidamanu, Budidamanu is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, three stages information found in these three areas. You should remember this. Okay, now we'll start Middle Paleolithic. Middle Paleolithic. Middle Paleolithic. Okay, in India, for the first time, Middle Paleolithic found in Nevasa, Maharashtra. So, Middle Paleolithic culture, also called as Nevasa culture. Once again, I am repeating. In India, Middle Paleolithic for the first time found in Nevasa, Maharashtra. That's why this culture was called as Nevasa culture. Nevasa culture. Okay. During this period, people started using flakes. Okay, flakes made up of stone flakes, stone flakes. Okay, if you cut the stone, a layer will come. If you if you broke the stone, some layers will come. That layer was called as flake. Right? That layer was called as flakes, right? During this period, people started using flakes. Okay. Stone flakes only. Stone flakes only. Okay. Best example is we used bow. Sorry, we used arrow. Okay, we use arrow. Okay. To use arrowheads, they use flakes. Flakes used as arrowheads. Used as arrowheads. Okay, for example, this is arrow. Okay, we prepare arrow like this. Okay, this was arrowhead. Arrowhead, right? This arrowhead belongs to flakes only. Manufactured with flakes only. Manufactured with flakes only. Remember this point. Right? Okay. And around 2000 stone tools, around 2000 stone tools found in Nevasa. Found in Nevasa. Okay, remember this point. Okay, in 2018 SI exam, they asked, in 2018 SI exam, they asked, okay, in 2000 years ago, 2000 tools locked out అని వచ్చింది. Locked out. Hello. Is this audible? Is this visible? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. I'll continue the class. Okay, I got a message. Sir, locked out someone from is going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Just now I got a message that login from another device. Is this okay?
Yeah, same. This is running.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
No, same. It's already
Okay, live is going on. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll continue. Okay, I'll continue. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. Okay, during middle Paleolithic, people మధ్యలో లాగౌట్ అని వచ్చింది. మధ్యలో లాగౌట్ అని వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ అంతే అని చెప్పేసి. Okay, right. Okay. Okay. In Middle Paleolithic, people use the flakes. In our previous 2018 essay exam, they asked, okay, in which of the following area, 2000 tools of Middle Paleolithic was discovered. Nevasa was the right answer. This was our previous question. Remember this point. And in this topic also, okay, in this topic also, we should remember the areas. Nandur, Maheshwar, Maharashtra. Nandur, Maheshwar. Nandur, Maheshwar, located in Maharashtra. Located in Maharashtra. Remember this point. And okay, Nevasa also Maharashtra, Nandur Maheshwar also Maharashtra. Okay, Adamgarh, Pandava, Adamgarh, Pandava, Pal, Hoshangabad. Okay, these three regions related to Madhya Pradesh. These three regions located in Madhya Pradesh. These three regions related to Middle Paleolithic. Okay, and Rajasthan, Okay, in Rajasthan, Buddha Pushkar, Buddha Pushkar, Buddha Pushkar was the important region in Rajasthan. Important region in Rajasthan. Okay, and in Orissa, Mayurbhanj. In Orissa, Mayurbhanj. In Orissa, Mayurbhanj. Kisan Jat, Kisan Ghat, Kisan Ghat, Sundargarh, Sundargarh. These three regions related to Orissa. These three regions related to Orissa. In Andhra, Giddaluru, Giddaluru. Giddaluru located in Prakasam district. Giddaluru located in Prakasam district. Nagarjuna Konda. Nagarjuna Konda located in Guntur district. Suvarnamukhi Valley. Suvarnamukhi Valley. Suvarnamukhi Valley, Chittur district. Chittur district. Suvarnamukhi Valley located in Chittur district. Nevasa is a culture. Remember, Nevasa was located in Maharashtra. Nandur Maheshwar also located in Maharashtra. Okay, these two regions located in Maharashtra, these two belongs to Middle Paleolithic, right? Middle Paleolithic. Nevasa, Nandur Maheshwar, these two located in Maharashtra. Remember this point. Okay, now, and for the first time, Middle Paleolithic culture found in Nevasa. That's why we called it as Nevasa culture. Okay. Middle Paleolithic for the first time found in Nevasa. That's why that culture also called as Nevasa culture. Right? Nevasa is a place. Okay, we gave names of cultures based on regions only, places only. Remember? Next. Okay, Giddaluru, Nagarjunakonda, Suvarnamukhi Valley, Andhra region. Okay, Suvarnamukhi Valley, Chittur district. Okay, and we'll discuss about Upper Paleolithic. Upper Paleolithic. Upper Paleolithic. Okay, last period of Paleolithic was called as Upper Paleolithic. During this period, ice started melting. Ice age going to end. Okay, ice age going to end. Ice age going to melt. Ice age going to end. During this period, temperature was increased. Ice started melting. Ice age going to end in this period. So remember, total land was covered with the ice. That's why there is no plants. But during Paleolithic, Upper Paleolithic period, ice started melting. So, okay, there is a scope of development of plants. So during this period, based on plants, some animals will live. So plant-based animals started living. For example, we have a goat. Goat, deer, cattle population was increased because they got food. They got food because ice started melting. Grass was developed. Grass was developed. Okay, we have, for example, we have cattle. Cattle eat grass. Deer eat grass. Deer, deer eat grass. That's why. That's why animals, the animal population also increased. Okay, for the first time in India, Robert Bruce Food discovered evidences in Betam Cherla. Robert Bruce Food. Robert Bruce Food, right? Robert Bruce Food started excavation of Betam Cherla. Betam Cherla. During this period, humans started using fire. Okay, during this period, humans started using fire. You know how to prepare fire. Okay, nowadays we are using matchbox, but at that period there is no matchbox. Okay, they use two stones to get the fire. Okay, during this period, people started using fire. Human discovered how to use fire. During this period, people use blades blades of stone only. Okay, people not aware of iron, people not aware of any metal. Okay, and here we should know about the again sites. Betam Cherla, Betam Cherla. Betam Cherla located in Kurnool district. Okay, Betam Cherla, Renigunta, Renigunta, Betam Cherla, Renigunta is in Andhra Pradesh. Is in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, Bijapur, Karnataka. Bijapur, Karnataka. In Bijapur, number of materials of this period was found. Karnataka. Okay, Son Valley. Okay, remember. And remember, during this period, during Upper Paleolithic period, man started painting the caves in Bhimbetka. Earliest paintings found in Bhimbetka. Earliest paintings found in Bhimbetka. During the last part of Upper Paleolithic, okay, people started painting the caves. Bhimbetka caves was the best example. Best example. UNESCO declared Bhimbetka as World Heritage Site. UNESCO declared Bhimbetka as World Heritage Site. World Heritage Site. Okay, because during Upper Paleolithic itself, people started painting caves. Okay, I'll give some examples. A woman giving birth to a child, that was painted. Okay, a man controlling the cattle. It means cattle rearing, pastoralism. Pastoralism was discovered. Okay, that was paintings found on Bhimbetka, right? And next we'll talk about Mesolithic. We'll talk about Mesolithic. Mesolithic period. Okay, this is the another part of Stone Age. Second part of Stone Age. Okay, 10,000 BC. 10,000 BC to 5,000 BC. 10,000 BC to 5,000 BC. This was the period of Mesolithic. Mesolithic. Okay, meso means micro or tiny. Meso means micro or tiny. Meso means micro or tiny. During this period, humans reduced size of tools. Generally, they use large stones. Generally, they use large stones to hunt animals. But during Mesolithic period, they reduce the size. That's why this period was called as Mesolithic period. Meso means micro. Lithic means stone. Lithic means stone. During this period, humans started using micro stone tools. Okay, 1 centimeter to 8 centimeters length stone tools used during Mesolithic period. 1 centimeter to 8 centimeters. 1 centimeter to 8 centimeters length stools used during Mesolithic period. Mesolithic period. Okay, and important features of Mesolithic. First important feature is domestication was started. Domestication was started. Before this period, there is no domestication. Okay, earliest, okay, guess which animal was the first to domesticate. Okay, guess and type in the chart. Okay, domestication. In domestication, human domesticated so many animals. In that first animal, okay, first animal is wild dog. Wild dog. Wild dog was the first animal to domesticate. Okay, earliest dog was wild dog, then onwards normal dog, pet dogs. Pet dogs. This is not pet dog, this was a wild dog. Wild dog became pet dog. Wild dog became pet dog. Domestication was started. Okay, earliest animal to domesticated by the human is wild dog. Wild dog. Second generation dog was called as pet dog. First generation dog was called as wild dog. Okay, and they also domesticated cattle. They also domesticated cattle. They also domesticated. They also domesticated. They also domesticated deer and etc. 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 Remember this point. Domesticated dog. Okay, and during this period, they started using blades, arrowheads, burins, blades, arrowheads. Okay, these are the major. Remember, during this period, people started using pottery. People started using pottery. People started using pottery. Choppani Mando. Choppani Mando region located in Uttar Pradesh. For the first time in the world, Choppani Mando people manufactured handmade pottery. Handmade pottery. For the first time, For the first time in the world, not only India, but also the world, Chopani Mando, people of Uttar Pradesh, Chopani Mando manufactured handmade pottery. And remember, in Sarai Naharai, Sarai. Okay, Sarai means shelter or hotel. Sarai means shelter or hotel. Okay, in Sarai Naharai, this area also located in Uttar Pradesh. For the first time, people constructed artificial houses. Pittu houses was found in Sarai Naharai. Sarai Naharai. Pit houses was found in Sarai Naharai. You should remember this point. Right? Chopani Mando and Sarai Naharai was the most important for our exam. Okay, Chopani Mando related to pottery. What is the use of pottery? We use pots to cook the food, to store the water, to store the grains. Nowadays, we are having steel. Nowadays, we are having plastic material. If you go back 20 years or 30 years, our parents, our grandfathers, grandparents used pottery to cook the food, Okay, if you go back to around 30 years or 40 years back, okay, definitely, okay, our our grandfather, grandparents, okay, grandmothers used pots to cook the food, and to store the food material. And now even nowadays we are using pots to store the water, right? Okay, that was started during Mesolithic period only. Chopani Mando people were the earliest people to manufacture handmade only. Nowadays we are manufacturing wheel made pottery. At that period they made handmade. And the Sarai Nagarai earliest houses was found. Okay, and in in Bhimbetka, in Bhimbetka, people started painting the caves, People started painting the caves. During Upper Paleolithic, humans started painting the caves. During Upper Paleolithic, humans started painting the caves, and that was continued even in a Mesolithic period also. Bimpetka in a 10 square kilometers radius, 500 rocks 500 rocks were painted. 500 rocks were painted. Okay. Okay, here they painted hunting scenes. They painted childbirth. They painted animals, cattle rearing, hunting, pastoralism. Okay, and different types of animals. These all found in These paintings. Okay, we should remember the other areas. We already discussed some areas. Okay, after that we should remember other one. Okay, Reva, Bundel, Bagelkhand, Bagelkhand, Bundelkhand, Bundelkhand. These regions related to Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and Lanka. Long Hajj, Gujarat, 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 right? And Nagarjuna Konda, Nagarjuna Konda, Andhra region, Andhra region. Right? These are the important places in Mesolithic. We already discussed many places. Okay, we'll start Neolithic culture. Neolithic. Neo means new. Neo means new. Lithic means stone. New Stone Age. New Stone Age. New Stone Age. Neolithic. New Stone Age. Okay. John Lubbock. John Lubbock. This person, John Lubbock, was the first person to coin the word, to use the word Neolithic. John Lubbock was the first person to use the word Neolithic. And we have a famous historian. Gordon Childe. Gordon Childe, famous historian. He wrote a book called What Happened? What happened in what happened in history? What happened in history? Okay, this book was written by Gordon Childe. In this book, he explained that okay, Neolithic period as an agriculture revolution. Agriculture revolution. During this period, people used polished stone tools. Polished. They polished the stones. Polish the stones. Polish the stones. Okay. In India, people started polishing the stones. And remember, nowadays, we crush some food material. We use grinder. We use mixie or grinder. Okay, grinding technology started during Neolithic period. Ancient most grinders, okay, grinders was started in Neolithic period itself. During this period, agriculture became common. Okay, earliest region to cultivation is Mehergar. Around 7000 BC in Mehergar, people cultivated wheat and barley. Around 7000 BC, Mehergar people cultivated wheat and barley. So we consider Mehergar was the earliest Indian Neolithic site. Okay, remember this point. And in Andhra SI exam, they asked a question. Which of the following was the first Neolithic site to discover? So everybody thought that Mehergar was the first place, but Mehergar was not the first place to discover. Okay, as per human evidence, Mehergar was the first place. But in 1842, Dr. Primrose discovered Lingusugur. Okay, before 1842, no Neolithic site was discovered. In our exam question is first Neolithic area to discover. So right answer is Linksugud, but everybody used Mehergar. This is the wrong answer. Mehergar was the first site of India related to Neolithic, but that is based on human settlements. Okay, around 7000 BC, people lived in 7000. People lived in Mehergar. Okay, Neolithic people lived in Mehergar. But question is about discovery. Okay, first region was Lingsugur. After that only we discovered Lingsu. After that only we discovered Mehergar. Remember this point, right? Okay, majority people committed some mistakes. In Mehergar was called as bread basket of Beluchistan. Bread basket of Beluchistan. Bread basket of Beluchistan. Because present Mehergar located in Beluchistan. Sir, present Beluchistan is not part of India. Definitely you can ask. But before 1947, August 15th, what if anything happened in Pakistan also is a part of Indian history. August 15, before August 15, 1947, whatever happened in Pakistan is a history of India. Whatever happened in present India also is history of India. After August 15th, 1947, which was happened in Pakistan was a Pakistan history, which was happened in India is Indian history. Before August 15th, 1947, that was a part of India only. So we should consider Beluchistan, we should consider Mehergar as a Indian history only. Okay, and in Kashmir, most important place is Burjaham. Burjaham means place of birth. Burjaham means place of birth. For the first time, Burjaham people constructed pit houses, underground houses. Okay, they constructed underground house. Okay, this is parallel to, okay, this is parallel to land. Below land, they dug the bottle-shaped house. Above this place, they construct hut because Kashmir is in Himalayas. Okay, because of Himalayas, continuously snow will fall. To protect from snow, to protect from the cold, they constructed underground houses. Okay, we study in science. If you go inside the earth for every 32 meters, 1 centimeters will be increased. 1 centigrade temperature will increase. Okay, that's why they constructed underground houses. If snow was fall, they will not affected because they constructed a hut above the pit house, right? From snow, from cold, they protected. They also constructed steps get inside the pit houses, and they also cook the food. And another important event is information is in Burjaham a graveyard was discovered. In a graveyard, a burial was discovered. That burial contains Remains of dog, remains of dog, along with human, along with human. Okay, based on this, we can say that a rebirth concept was started. Rebirth concept was started. They thought that in a next birth, dog will assist him. Dog will assist him. Okay, we can say that a dog became the friend and the dog will assist a human. Okay, that is the information. Okay, we can assume. We can assume. Okay, and Gufkral, another important place, okay, in Kashmir, another important place in Kashmir. In Gufkral, human manufactured number of pottery. Okay, Gufkral means caveman potterer. Gufkral means caveman potterer, right? Okay. Gufkral also located in the Kashmir, and remember Chirag, another place. Chirag located in Bihar. Chirag located in Bihar. Here they used bone tools. Okay, they used terracotta snake. A terracotta snake was discovered. It means they started worshipping snake. We got this information from Chirand region. Chirand. They started worshipping snake in Chirand. Right? And in Balochistan, Kilgul Muhammad. In Balochistan, Kilgul Muhammad region is the one of the famous Neolithic village. Kilgul Muhammad, located very near to located in the Muhammad. Here we found evidence of domestication of goat, domestication of domestication of ox, and sheep domestication. And remember, earliest domesticated regions in India. Earliest regions, Bagor, Rajasthan, and uh, Adamgarh, Madhya Pradesh. Bagor, Rajasthan. These two regions were the earliest regions in India to domesticate cattle. Bagor, Adamgarh. Remember these two names. Bagor, Adamgarh. In Karnataka, number of areas was discovered. Musky, Brahmagiri, Sanganakallu, Haluru, This is a famous Karnataka regions, Karnataka areas, Karnataka. In Telangana, Utnuru. In Telangana, Utnuru. Present Mahbubnagar district. Present Mahbubnagar district. Utnuru, Mahbubnagar district. Here we found Neolithic Ash Monks. Neolithic Ash Monks. Neolithic Ash Monks. Remember, Ash Monks means people domesticated cattle and they stored cattle dung. During any religious festival, they started campfires, and around campfires, they performed some dances. So, because of campfires, that area was reserved with ash. Reserved with ash. So, we found ash mounds. In Utnuru, Mahbubnagar district, ash mounds was found in Andhra, Palwai. In Andhra, Palwai. In Andhra, Palwai. Here also ash mounds was discovered. Ash mounds was discovered. Okay. In South India, people started. Cultivating. People started cultivating the. Remember, cultivating the cereals. Okay, we have a different type of cocktail of, okay, fox millets. Okay, millets was cultivated. Okay, in Karnataka we discussed okay, Tekali Kota. In Tekali Kota, gold ornaments was discovered. Gold ornaments was discovered. Okay, in Tamil Nadu, important place was Payampalli. Payampalli. In Payampalli, people cultivated green gram, horse gram, and okay, in Bihar, earliest village settlements was found. Earliest village settlements was found. Okay, this was the information related to Neolithic period. Okay, copper was the earliest metal to use by humans. So this period was called as Chalcolithic period. Chalcolithic period. Chalcolithic period start with end of Neolithic. End of Neolithic. Okay, Chalco means copper. Okay, earliest metal to use by human is copper. Okay, and during this period, humans also used stones. So we call it as a stone age, copper stone age. Chalcolithic means copper stone age. Chalcolithic means copper stone age. In India, around 2000 and around 2500 BC. In India, around 2500 BC. Around 2500 BC, people started using copper. Okay, and Chalcolithic culture was village settlements was found. Okay, in our SI exam, they asked a question. Okay, Jorwe culture is part of which culture? Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic. Right answer was Chalcolithic. Okay, during Chalcolithic period, Chalcolithic people used copper tools. Copper tools. Okay, in this period, people gave importance to agriculture. People gave importance to agriculture. Okay, voice is not clear. Voice is not audible. Voice is not clear. Now, shall I speak loud, a bit loud? Hearing now? Okay, I'll speak very loud. Then you will easily understand. You will easily hear. Okay, during Chalcolithic, is this audible? Okay, right. Okay, I'll speak little loud. Then you can easily hear me. Okay, and in Chalcolithic period, agriculture got importance. Agriculture was continued. Agriculture agriculture got importance, and agriculture became a major source of food, and they gave second importance to cattle rearing or pastoralism. Pastoralism means protecting cattle and depending on cattle, protecting cattle and maintaining the cattle, and they ate animal meat. During this period, people extensively used cattle meat. They ate cattle, they ate all type of animals. Okay, Chalcolithic period was divided into Chalcolithic period was classified into different cultures. Okay, in Rajasthan, Ahar culture. In Rajasthan, Ahar culture. In Rajasthan, this Chalcolithic culture was called as Ahar culture. In Madhya Pradesh, Chalcolithic culture was called as Malwa culture. Malwa culture. Okay, Ahar is a place. That's why we call it as Ahar culture. Malwa is a place in Madhya Pradesh, so this was called as Malwa culture. In Maharashtra, Chalcolithic culture was called as Jorwe culture. In 2018 SI exam, they directly asked Jorwe culture was a part of Chalcolithic culture. You should remember this point. Right. First, we'll talk about Ahar culture. Okay. In Rajasthan, for the first time, Ahar culture was found in Ahar. First site to discover by humans. Was Ahar. That's why this name was given. Ahar culture. In Ahar culture, important areas are Ahar, Gilund. In Ahar culture, Gilund, Bagor, Balatal, and Ganeshwar. These four was the important sites of Ahar culture. During this Ahar culture, during Chalcolithic culture in Rajasthan, they used black and red pottery, black and red pottery, black and red pottery. Okay, in Ahar culture, they used black and red pottery, black and red pottery. Okay, in the construction of houses, they use burnt bricks. They use burnt bricks. Remember this point. In Ahar culture, people started using burnt bricks. Burnt bricks. Gulind or Gilund. In this place, we found walls, mud walls of Chalcolithic period. Okay, this city is looking like a Harappa cities. This city is looking like a Harappa cities, and in Gilund, they use burnt bricks to construct mud walls. To construct mud walls. Okay, in Madhya Pradesh, in Madhya Pradesh, Chalcolithic culture was called as, in Madhya Pradesh, Chalcolithic culture was called as Malwa culture. Malwa culture. In Madhya Pradesh, Chalcolithic culture was called as Malwa culture. Important areas: Malwa, Maheshwar, Yarar, Yaran, Nagada, Nagada, Navadotoli, Navadotoli. These was the famous sites, famous sites. Okay, and we have Kayata. These are the famous regions which is part of Malwa culture. Malwa culture. Okay, here people use pottery. This pottery looking like a Indus Valley civilization pottery. Indus Valley civilization pottery. And in Kayata, terracotta, terracotta bull was discovered. Okay, remember what is mean by terracotta? Terracotta means burnt clay. Burnt clay was called as terracotta. Burnt clay was called as terracotta. So here people used burnt bricks. Okay, burnt clay was called as terracotta. In Kayata, a bull made up of terracotta was discovered. Bull made up of terracotta was discovered. So they say that they worship the bull. They worship the bull. Sword industry. Sword industry also discovered in Kayata. Sword industry also discovered in Kayata. Okay, and next one is Jorwe culture. Jorwe culture. Jorwe culture was the part of Chalcolithic culture. This was our previous question. Jorwe located in Maharashtra. Jorwe located in Maharashtra. Remember this point. Jorwe located in Maharashtra. Okay, important areas are Jorwe, Inamgaon, Inamgaon, Sonagaon, Daimabad, Daimabad. These are the famous. These are the famous sites. Even Nevasa. Even Nevasa is also part of. Nevasa also part of Chalcolithic period. In Jorwe, people used ash color, black color pottery. ash color pottery. Okay, in Jorwe, people use ash color, black color pottery. And remember, in Daimabad, chariots, chariots was found. Okay, chariots was found. In Daimabad, people constructed houses. Okay, and copper material also found. Copper material also found in Daimabad. Okay, Inamgaon and Daimabad. These two reach to Inamgaon and Daimabad. These two regions reach to urbanization. Jorwe culture is completely village culture. But Inamgaon, Daimabad reach to urbanization. Around Inamgaon, a fencing was constructed. Around Inamgaon, a fencing was constructed, and to get water, they constructed a dam. To store the water. Okay, to store the river water, they constructed a dam. And gold ornaments used in Inamgaon, copper ornaments used in Inamgaon. Okay, bullock cart was discovered in Inamgaon. Okay, in Nevasa, mother goddesses worship was in Nevasa. Mother goddesses worship was started in Chalcolithic period. Mother goddesses image. Mother goddesses image. Mother goddesses image was started. Image was found, so Mother goddesses worship was started based on these evidences. Okay, after death of a person, they started burying the dead, burying the dead along with their belongings. For example, a person was died, so along with his dead body is tools, is materials also buried. For example, okay, we love a toy. For example, we die, so we were buried along with our dead body. They will also bury our important materials, wood materials, etc., 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 etc. Okay, and the people of Jorwe developed hand axe industry, hand industry, hand axe industry. Remember this point. Okay, this is information related. This is the information related Chalcolithic period. In the next class, we'll discuss about Indus Valley civilization. I'm closing the sessions. Okay, if anyone you have a doubts, you can ask in chat box. If you have any doubt, you can ask in chat box. Okay, any doubts? No doubts? May I end the session? End the session, right? I'll end the session. Okay, is there any doubts? Is there any doubts? Okay, no doubts. Okay, I'll end the session. Okay, I'll end the session. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Okay.